My name is Keegan, and this is what the Lord has done for me. He has brought me through to experience college, and soon after I graduated, I had a job, and I needed to recruit some fellow students, some classmates that I went to college with. So I went back to my college for a night and tried to recruit people. And as I was getting ready to leave early in the morning because I had an appointment, or rather a meeting for work that I had to get back to in where I live. And as I was leaving, a woman asked if I could drive her back home because she lives near where I live. So I obliged and said yes, and it's about a 3-hour drive, so we drove, and I knew where she lived, so I pulled into her garage, and I told her I'm a type 1 diabetic, so I told her that my blood sugar is low, and I need some Gatorade, some juice, or something to eat to bring my blood sugar up. She went inside the house, and she informed me that her parents weren't home, and there's no food in the house, no juice, or anything like that. I asked her one more time. I was like, please, could you just go check one more time because my blood sugar is extremely low and I don't think that it's safe to drive. She went back inside the house for about 5 minutes, came back out with a couple of bottles of water and told me that there was nothing in the house. I understood to a point, and she told me to go to the gas station that was right down the street. When you get to the street end of her neighborhood, right, you can go to the gas station, which is about a mile down the road, or left is where I live, about 10 miles down the road. And it's a very rural area where to the left it goes downhill and then woods. It's a bunch of woods, and it's 2-lane road, one on each side. And my brain is not working because I have low blood sugar. So when I got to the stoplight, instead of going right to the gas station, I turned left, and about 30 seconds while I'm driving down this very steep road, I had low blood sugar, so I passed out, and Jesus took the wheel, if you will, and instead of going on to the oncoming traffic, I went right, and I went into the woods, and I hit a tree going about 55 to 60 miles an hour, and pretty traumatic, but at the same time, I was led right instead of left, which it's a blessing, and truly. So I was airlifted to the hospital, and I punctured a lung and broke my humerus. I messed myself up a little bit, but all in all, I was able to recover fairly quickly. 6 months later, I had a tracheostomy because of the accident, but nonetheless, I was able to work. I was able to live again without having somebody by my side the whole time. Right after I was able to stand up and move around, I was brought into the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and wow, what a change God has made in my life, truly. Everything, mind you, I was going to church since I can remember. 5 years old, I was in churches, but denominations do matter a bit, as well as preachers and your church family. And my light opened in my mind and in my eyes, and I had much more motivation to do the right and to try to do right and help the younger generation keep their eyes on the prize and actually focus on the truth. The truth is Jesus, and Jesus is life, and that is the only way and reason that I am speaking to you right now. I have so much thanks and grace in my life due to the miracle that Jesus has done for me. I'm incredibly grateful, and I hope that you can understand that and experience the truth as well. Amen.